Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world you are. You are tuned into another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly. I am your host, vandweller, aka Vandy Pants. Who is even playing today? Well, let's take a look at our entire bracket so you can take a look at that. That is what we got. Scores ranging average of 2 from 1.7 down to 1.36. We have got Dog playing Tetris and Myles. Well, a little bit of a rematch. Myles sweeping Dog in the semifinals of the Lone Star Open Championship. Just a few days ago, this past weekend in Austin, Texas. Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for July 2024. And 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And there we go, starting off with S's and Z's, just how players want to start, with a lot of S's, Z's, and squares. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from K9 watching Tetris. Thank you very much for that. Go Dog Go, says Dano222 on YouTube. Thank you, Dano, for the $22.22. Really appreciate that. Wing Fryer with the 6 months tier 1. Amazing. Thank you very much, Wing Fryer. Really appreciate that. Same line, same score, 46,000 for these two players. Thanks for the follow. We're closing in on 10,000 followers on Twitch. So we got 9,282. So, you know, if we can get 718 people to follow during this stream. Wow. Oh my God. That is a possibility. That's about how many we get in a single year. So if we could do that today, oh my God. 114 Myles, 92,000 Dog. YouTube Dave says, I like this overlay. Thanks. Yeah, I do too. So you gotta freshen things up every once in a while. I was starting to see, you know, some other streams, you know, in a friendly way, start to steal some elements of my old one. And so that's how I know that it's time to change. Long bar over to the right side for Myles, 161. Dog gonna get 183. Myles, 183. So same score, same line, same pace, same everything. Dog is gonna have to take some burns though, with a couple of gaps here in his stack. What's up, Kingsman? How's it going? Welcome. And Dog, a winner of 8 top tier CTM Open tournaments. I believe it's 7 Masters event and 1 Lone Star. And Myles looking for number 1. Myles has not won a CTM top tier Masters level event. Neither a Lone Star nor just a regular old main Masters event. So looking to do that for the first time this month. Got close this weekend at the Lone Star Open Championship in Austin, Texas. Got to the finals against Blue Scooty, and actually was the one who took out Dog in the semifinals in a sweep. So it's not often you see a match, the caliber of players of Myles and Dog, and one player sweeping the other. Very, very rare. But but Dog can say, well, I've won 8 of these things and you haven't won any. So I don't think Dog is, gonna go home crying about it. So we'll see. 353 for Myles, 280 for Dog. Had a lot of fun at the Lone Star event. Stupid Tetris Monthly, super fun. The Open Championship, really high level of competition. The DAS Championship finals were insane. All that stuff will be posted at some point. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, then you will get a chance. I will apologize in advance for the cameras. We were on our backup solution. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough. I don't know. The computers were overloaded as it was, and we didn't get a chance to connect our cameras in the way we wanted to, so we ended up using Ninja Cam, and it worked. It got the job done, but camera quality is a little bit low. But other than that, great event. I was super excited about it. Finished on time. It was like a low-key, chill atmosphere. I enjoyed that. Dog setting up a Vitz here. 421 waiting on the bar. Gets the bar to complete the Vitz and gets another bar to complete the Tetris. 443 for Dog, 536 for Myles. The Vitz off was great. The finals of that were amazing between Sharky and Tyler. That was really, really fun. Hopefully that was recorded. I believe it was. The single button rotation event was really fun. I could hear the neurons firing, like new neurons being created or whatever for these players. Tyler says, wasn't Dog just making fun of delayed Vitz on Coffee Stream? Then bro goes and does one. Myles getting up high on the board, but getting a long bar down for a Tetris. Myles is the first one into 19 at 641. Big transition for Myles. Dog is in at 584, so about a 3 Tetris lead going into 19 for Myles. I think Myles really wants this one. I think he feels like maybe he's overdue for this. Dog, you know, really chasing Fractal and Corian in terms of CTM majors. That would be the Masters event, Lone Star event. I would like to add another one this month. 698 for Myles, 661 for Dog. Oh, somebody should make a YouTube video about, you know, the quest to beat Corian, right? That'd be great. I can't make it. I'm too stupid, but someone should do that. 740 for Dog, 752 for Myles. But no, I don't think that would not be a good one to make. But I would like to watch it. That like maybe it wouldn't do well, but I would like to watch it. 808 for Myles. Dog has closed the gap considerably, just within about 11,000 points. Myles can attack on a Tetris. So Dog looking to set up for another one. Beautiful adjustment for Dog to get Tetris ready one piece sooner. He's gonna get that Tetris. 856. Myles with another Tetris. Myles is pacing. I mean, really, they both are. All right, this is a bit of a slowdown here for Myles. This could allow Dog to get back into the lead, which he is currently in the lead now with the same number of lines. Myles gonna recover here to get a Tetris, a little bit more cleanup. Good adjustment there to make room for the J piece for Myles. He's set up for a Tetris. Dog looking for a long bar maybe for the middle of that stack, and yes, he's gonna throw it in the middle. Building it all out. Myles with the max out. Dog with the max out. A76 for Dog. A36 for Myles. There's a Tetris for Dog. He's into 27. Myles gets one. He's one away from the 1.1 here on 27. And there's the Tetris for Myles. 1.1. Dog, 13 lines to go until 29, where the speed will increase by 100%. The speed will double, which is crazy how they can continue to play even when it's twice as fast as this. Myles takes a skim in a Tetris. B53. Dog with the 1.2, 3 lines away. He's going to take a skim. He's got one more available should he need it. Myles is into 29 at B56. Stack needs to be worked down a bit. He's got a hole there in column 4 to try to expose, so he can bring this down. Dog with a Tetris. C92. He's about 130,000 points ahead. Dog is at left side for Myles. Needs some attention. He's going to bring this down with a triple. And he does clean this board up. Myles does. Dog with a long bar flat hang over there in column 1, 2, 3, 4. And Dog now having to bring this down. Myles could use this to come back here, and Myles at C27 after a Tetris. Dog is set up in column 8 for a Tetris, has to burn it down. And this is a tough board for Dog. That left side, he's able to get J over there. And he's going to open up that hole again in column 8, and he has to bring it down, and he misshifts that Z piece. Myles going to uncover that right side. He's back by 100,000 points, gets a Tetris. He's now back by 57,000 points, and he's clean, and he gets another Tetris. Myles, he's back by 21,000 points. Dog is clean. Both players with a little bit of cleanup to do. Dog is now back ahead here. D98 for Dog, D82 for Myles. He's clean again. Myles, E04, Dog, E16. Just 10,000 points separating these two players. Myles is ahead by 6 in lines, though. That L to the left doesn't get all the way there. That's going to cause Myles to have to build this out. It might cost him the pace that he needs, or the lines that he needs to bring this down. It all comes down to just like 1 or 2 placements can really do it. But Myles is set up and clean again, needs something for that left side. Okay, he's going to uncover. He's set up for a Tetris. Myles, E28. Dog gets a Tetris, though. F00. Dog waiting. Myles waiting. Has to burn a couple of long bars without Tetrises. Dog at F58. Myles now over 100,000 points behind, but he gets a Tetris and another Tetris. He's back by 30,000 points. Dog with a Tetris. Myles just needs to go all out. He really doesn't have any room to spare. Dog has already rolled over. Myles at F38. The board's starting to climb. And I don't know what Myles can do. And he can't hit the T-spin there. That's going to do it. And Dog is going to survive here in game number 1. What a huge, huge game number 1 between these two players. Dog with the rollover in the level 39. Myles, sorry, 1.54. Not good enough. That's Tetris in 2024. GG's. In 3, 2, 1 Tetris. I don't know if the old ticker can take this. That was just game 1. So it was a great time this weekend in Austin at the Lone Star Championship. Probably going to be our last time at that location, but overall I was very happy with the layout this year. Last year the layout was a mess, but was able to just kind of figure it out. They reconfigured the space a little bit for us, and I think it actually worked out pretty well. But I think the cost to enter this thing, to enter the overall thing, is like $70 to $100 to get into the door, and we don't charge anything for the tournament, which I don't know, maybe we should, but I don't want to charge anything for the tournament because it already costs so much to get in. So, big thank you to the players who were, and viewers and fans and everybody who was able to make it out there this weekend. It's just too expensive. I feel mildly embarrassed even asking people to, pay that price. So I don't know. Either they're going to have to help us do something for Tetris players, or we're going to have to find another venue. I just can't ask people to pay that amount. 108 for Myles, 193 for Dog, but it was a good space, it was a good time. Next year we should pay U70 instead of CGF. Well, I'll take it. But that's just too much. That is way too much. I like the tournaments themselves to be free to enter. I don't think people should have to pay. We're getting to post this stuff on Twitch and YouTube. I feel like we're getting paid back enough. 286 Dog, 143 for Myles. So Myles back early here by 120,000 points. Are you going ask for $10 entry fee? No, we've never, I don't think we ever did that. Did we do that? I think when we were doing in-person station rentals, I think we might have charged for that, but it's a good way to ration out station rentals, you know, rental stations. But that's like the main reason to do it. 350 for Dog, 234 for Myles. There's a Tetris for Dog, 378 through 77. So that is a pretty standard, desirable tournament pace here. Dog just going to take a safe burn down that right side, reconfigure that board, get it back to safety, and feel good. Dog even taking a triple here, 408. Yeah, I just feel like it should be free. Like, you know, y'all are doing enough just to get out there. And Dog continuing to build on that lead. 454, Myles 292. So about 160,000 point lead for Dog. Why is it called Lone Star? Because it's in Texas. In fact, it's in the capital of Texas, and Texas is known as the Lone Star State. And of course, Austin, if you look at a map of Texas, is going to be the star on that map of Texas. So that is why we call it. What is the CTWC entry fee for? What are they doing with the money? I would imagine they're just trying to defray the costs. CTWC is enormously expensive to put on. I've heard some figures that make you guys head spin. So I don't begrudge them charging an entry fee. And you know, honestly, the regionals are expensive to put on, relatively speaking, because it's really just individuals doing it and paying generally out of their own pocket to do it. So I don't begrudge anybody who does that, but I think it's totally fine to charge $10, $15, $20. I just would prefer not to, because it doesn't move the needle that much. 457 for Myles, 617 for Dog as we approach the level 19 transition. Like, yeah, like if I got $10 from 20 people, that would be $200. Honestly, that wouldn't even be a drop in the bucket of what we spent. It wouldn't even, so it's not even worth charging. Dog with a couple of placements here that are problematic, but as a roller should still be low enough on the board. And a nice triple here. We got a floating block. We love that floating O piece. So Dog just carefully, patiently working this away. Myles, meanwhile, going to use this opportunity to maybe cut into that lead a bit. He's at 536. Dog at 656. Cousin Avi gifting a tier 1 sub to Pixel Andy and to Eyeball. So thank you very, very much, Cousin Avi, for your support. Yes, don't forget that you can support the channel. Oh, Dirty Tetris for Dog. 690. Oh, geez, that's loud. 693. Where is that coming from? 693 for Dog. 570 for Myles. So Myles able to cut this lead into about 100,000 or so. There's a Tetris for Myles, 654, 751 for Dog. Cousin Avi with a tier 1 sub gifted to Game Scout. Thank you again, Avi. Myles within now 100,000 points. He's 3 lines ahead. Both players going to Tetris. Dog, though, now going to get that Tetris. And he is ahead now by about 127,000 points. K9 is gifted 3 months to Coffee. Thank you so much, K9. Watching Tetris, gifting that subscription to Coffee. So my next live appearance will be, speaking of K9 watching Tetris, at CTWC Montreal, I believe. Is it CTWC Canada or is it called CTWC Montreal? Whatever. It's in Montreal, which is in Canada, and it's affiliated with CTWC. And that will be, I believe, August 17th and 18th. And that'll be shown on twitch.tv/Classic Tetris. So be sure and check that out. Dog, just a couple pieces, a couple of points away, really, from the max out. There is a Tetris for Dog, and he's got the max out. A31. Miles back by 180. He's trying to play a little bit higher, maybe hold out longer, take fewer burns. Miles, 880. There's a Tetris. Going to take a skim. Another long bar timing issue there for Miles. And there we go. There's a long bar at the right time for Miles, 926. A73 now. B08 for Dog, 9 lines away from 29. So yes, if you want to check out the Tetris Canada Discord, maybe you're in the area and you want to go, we'd love to see you there. So I'll be there. For some reason, they want me to commentate some matches. Have they ever heard me before? My word. Miles is into 29 at about 980. He gets the Tetris here. A16. Dog is in B63 after a Tetris. So Miles is catching up to do about 140,000 points behind. Now we got 80 to 90 lines to go until the 39 super kill screen. Dog's left side needs some attention. Dog needs a long bar on the right side, and Miles needs a bar too and cannot get one. They both got droughted for bars, topping out at the same time. But Dog was already there and takes game number 2. Underway in game 3. Dog looking to do to Miles what Miles did to Dog this weekend. Let's go. 3-2-1 Tetris. Eyeball, are you gonna make it out there, or do you have track again somehow in August? You're going. All right, Eyeball's going. Ella is going. Wallbant is going. Nice. Do we know like people like Salted Sofa? Oh yeah, should I try to enter? K9, am I allowed to put in a qualifier? Can I try to actually qualify in? Or you have a maple syrup bracket that I can try to win? I came in second in the taco bracket. You need a poutine bracket or something. $139 here for Dog, $139 for Miles. As we get started in game number 3. Yeah, can we do a poutine bracket? Or a Tim Hortons bracket? I don't know what tabernacle is. What is tabernacle? It's a Quebecois curse word. Oh, all right. What does it mean? Can you explain it in a non-cursey way? Like, give me a family-friendly euphemism. $235 for Miles, $234 for Dog. Oh, it's poop? What's up, Galaxy Biscuit? How's it going? $258 for Miles, $256 for Dog, so super close. How many wins for a match win? Yes, it is. Sorry, Sami plays Tetris. It is 3. It's best of 5. So when we get to 3, that is it. Maybe I should make the number 2 like a different color. Wait, that came out wrong, but you know what I mean. Like if I make the 2 a different color, then that will indicate that they're on match point or something. All right, 352 for Dog, 373 for Miles. Miles needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. So tough, this being a round 1 matchup, but you know, really every month there are just super tough round 1 matchups. And you know, I don't know what to do about it. You know, there's really not much to be done except to, you know, say, hey, qualify better, I guess. But there's so many good players right now. K9 watching Tetris is gifted a tier 1 sub to Sodium Overdose. Thank you so much, K9. Yeah, I don't want to, you know. People are asking how many it was out of. I mean, it makes sense that people would wonder, but once you get it, then you get it. And really, are we looking for excuses for people to not have to talk to people? Like, it's good. If you have to engage in chat or engage in person and ask the person next to you a question, it sounds like a good thing. So, you know, I'm not super inclined to change it just so people don't have to ask. Like, ask. 517 for Miles, 476 for Dog. And these are good scores, you know, 110 lines through, being over 500. You need a poll on numbers versus dots. Yeah, no, we don't run by polls. We run by the vision and judgment of the leadership. It's like a Plato's Republic. The Philosopher King. 574 for Dog, 610 for Miles. No democracy. True. Tetris, Miles, 633. Dog is in already at 598. Miles looking for one last Tetris. Setting up a few tucks here. Getting the L to the left. Square. Building out that left. Had one skim to take. And then gets that Tetris into 19 at 657. A very healthy transition for Miles. Biggie Cheese says, yes, we have confrontational anxiety. Yeah, well, the cure for those things are exposure therapy. So you should be, you know, you don't say, oh, I have anxiety, I can't do something because I have anxiety, so I should go out of my way to do something, right? Believe me, as someone who knows, I'm speaking facts. 727 Dog, 759 for Miles. K9 is gifted a tier 1 sub to Vicious Rhubarb. Thank you, K9. Tetris for Miles, 843. People are redeeming codes for the prize pool. Yes, if you want to make this prize pool bigger, we've already reached our goal, but if you want to support the players of this great game, then go to ctm.gg/Matcherino. Use the Matcherino command in chat, and there are still coupon codes to be done. 881 for Miles, 910 now after a Tetris, 876 for Dog. Dog with a Tetris, 906. There's another Tetris Dog, 968. He's actually in the lead. Miles gonna take it back. Good adjustment there to use a long bar. There's another Tetris Miles. He's got the max out, A38. Dog got the max out too here on 25. There's a triple for Dog to clean up this stack. And kind of hovers with that T. You saw that pro move for Dog to hover with that T in the middle of that formation and saw that the S was coming in and then was able to sort of make the adjustment on the fly. That was a very pro move. Myles B37 A73 for Dog. Myles uncovers that well. There's a Tetris. We're just 13 lines away from the level 29 transition. The speed will increase by 100%. Vandy, are you from Canada? No, but I like Canada. And I've never been there, but I love Canadians. C78 for Myles, C16 for Dog. Dog is the first one into 29 at C17. Board a little bit high for Dog. He's going to take a triple. Trying to skim this stuff away, that left side. See what Dog's going to do here. He's just trying to work it down. And Dog's going to uncover that right side well. And he's waiting for a bar to get this Tetris. Taking a skim here. Gets a Tetris on the right side. C76 for Dog. D34 for Myles. So Dog on Myles' heels here. Looking to overcome this deficit and take game number 3 for a sweep. Myles needs to stay ahead. Dog right now with a board that requires some attention. That T, maybe was that going all the way to the left? I'm not sure. But that left side for Dog is a mess, and I think this is going to be a top out. And that, well, he's still kind of getting pieces. And no, that's going to be it for Dog. He's going to top out C96, and Myles is good in game number 3. 3-2-1 Tetris. I am from the Boston area. We'll see Myles if he wants to mullen this out a bit. Go for that rollover. Certainly got back-to-back 1.5s, right? Well, we're about to get 1.5s. If he can hold on. He's using an awful lot of lines here. Oh, he's setting up aggressive. Just what you want to do here when you're mullining. Oh, no. He had it set up. What's he going to get it? No Myles dig here today. So Myles going to top out E56 at the very least. Back-to-back 1.4s. All right, both players ready. It's game number 4. Myles looking to win one to force a decider. Dog looking to wrap it up right now in 3-2-1 Tetris. K9 has gifted a tier 1 sub to Curie. Thank you very much, K9. Appreciate all the support. Hey, are you following Myles on various social media platforms? You should go to YouTube and TikTok and look up Myles Tetris to follow Myles and all his sand Tetris adventures. And while you're at it, go over to Spotify and look up Michael Kahn and the fabulous musical styles of Michael Kahn. That's how you can support these 2 players in addition to the prize pool. Kahn, Khahn, I believe, if I can remember that. Tetris for Myles, 125, 162 for Dog. Oh, sorry, Khanh. Khanh. Got it. Dog playing music. Yeah, we gotta be able to find you under Dog playing music. Dirty Tetris for Dog. So yeah, look up Michael Kahn on Spotify. If you like music, really, any music at all, if you've ever heard a song and said, yes, I like music in general, then this is some music to try. And for Myles, you know, if you like sand, then look up Miles the Great, because there's tons of sand Tetris being played by Myles. Yeah, you're allowed to do that, of course. Yes. K9 Watching Tetris has a link to the Spotify here in the Twitch chat. It is raining cats and dogs. Myles gonna miss that S spin. That'll waste 3 lines of burnings here for him. Well, really 2 net lines of burning, because that S spin would have been a burn. So there we go. Long bar Myles 292, and a Tetris for him 315. 291 for Dog. Myles right now with a 40,000 point lead. Dog gonna get a Tetris there in column 3, and then transfer the well to that right side where it belongs. Tetris for Myles 431. Dog 388. Tetris Dog 457. These are pretty healthy paces. Dog has the same line count, is back by less than a Tetris now. This burning sequence by Myles gonna slow him down, allow Dog back into it. All right, Myles hits that T-spin, kind of crucial there. All right, Myles going to open up that left side. That's good for a split double. And another long bar here. Yes, very timely for Myles. He's going to open up that right side, get a Tetris 512. So Myles able to maintain a lead over Dog, as Dog ran into his own kind of mini burn sequence. Myles with a 2 Tetris lead, just a couple of lines away from the level 19 transition. Tetris for Dog 514. Dog on match point here, so Myles needs to win. 559 for him into 19. Dog with just one Tetris available before the 19 transition, and there is that Tetris. He will transition in at 538. So his transition was about a Tetris behind Myles's. There's a Tetris for Myles 617. There's another one, 642. Dog having to take a couple of skims here on 19. There's a Tetris over for Dog, 593. There's one for Myles, 668. Players continuing to build, and Tetris, oh, kind of a misdrop there for Dog with the Z piece. So we'll have to work around that. Is he going to try to turn this into a thing? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe duck in and duck out. Yes, and there's a dirty Tetris for Dog. So minimal burns to set that thing up. Set up for it. See if he could get it, and got it. And another almost identical Z misdrop there, but that is going to complicate his board much more. And this is going to allow... Well, Myles are really not able to take advantage of it at the moment. So Dog kind of lucky that Myles was in a dig as well. But Myles actually set up for a dirty Tetris 1 row off the bottom. And Myles going to have to burn away. Ops instead, he's not going to burn it down. He's going to go for the dirty Tetris. It's just 1 row off the bottom. Thinks he can handle it. Takes a triple and a Tetris. 781. Myles up over 100,000 points now. Dog finally clean. There's a Tetris Dog. 702. And Myles' board. He's got a gap over on that left side, so he's going to have to fill that in. And he's trying to avoid covering over on that left again. Oh, nice placements here for Myles. He's uncovered and gets a long bar over for a Tetris. 822. And I think a split triple on that right side for Myles. He's ahead by about 62,000 points. So Dog has been able to close this gap a little bit. Myles set up for one there. Dirty column 3. Dog gets one as well. And another one here. Myles, column 2. He's going to transfer that well back to the right side. So Myles ahead now by 92,000 points. But he's ahead in lines because he was playing up a little bit higher on the board through that sequence. So that's going to cause him to go, you know, anywhere from 7 to 10 lines ahead. So Myles now into 28, just 7 lines away. Dog 14 lines away from the 29 transition. Myles looking to stay efficient there, going to avoid taking a burn. But is going to have to do something here. And that's going to clap away. And he covers that well. Gets a bar over for the Tetris, but has to fix that left side. Fix is pretty easy. A 47 for Myles into 29. Another Tetris for him. Dog's going to get a Tetris. 961 transition for him into 29. Myles into level 30. Myles ahead by 120,000 points. He's skimming this away. Tetris over to the right side for Myles. B35. Dog center for one. Tetris for him. A11 finally. The max out going into level 30. T-piece does not get all the way to the right. And he's going to skim all that away. Myles with a dirty Tetris. Like 2 or 3 rows off the bottom, I think it was. C20. Myles now almost 200,000 points ahead. Dirty Tetrising on 29. All right, Dog getting set up again. Clean stack. And kind of having some trouble with misdrops on the left side of the board. So just having to clean up here. He's set up for a Tetris, and there's one for Myles. C79. Dog set up again. And there's a Tetris for Dog. A90. Myles here, the middle of his board, getting kind of gappy, but he's going to get a Tetris below that. Bring the board down. And oh, nice flat long bar burn. D31 for Myles. A97 for Dog. Dog really 50 lines to go until the 39 super kill screen and has to make up almost 200,000 points. That left side for Dog could be a problem, so he's just going to go to work kind of filling in what he can. He's open on that left. That's going to be a split triple. Myles was open temporarily for a Tetris. Misdrops the gel piece. So that's going to cause Myles to have to do some extra burning here. Dog's going to open up Tetris over to that right side. So he's still back by like 200,000, but Myles continuing to add points. And so Dog not really able to make much progress. Dog set up for a center well Tetris and has to go all in on it. He's going to get it D11, but Myles gets one here on 38. And Myles setting up for one more just to put the knockout blow. And there's a Tetris for Myles into 39. He's going to end with an F52. That's a 1.55. Dog really just needs to set up for like a billion Tetrises here. They're worth 48,000. If he could get 3 of them somehow, I don't know where they're going to come from, and they're not going to come from anywhere. And Myles is going to tie up game number 4. We are heading to the decider. Both players are ready. Game 5 decider for these two players, Dog and Myles. One of them. Go to the top 8. Let's go 3, 2, and Tetris. Yeah, we finish all of our preliminary brackets for the Das Masters first one ever. So all those brackets are done except for the finals. And we've done none of the Masters brackets. And, you know, I think I was kind of getting used to how crisp those streams are in the Das bracket because they're going to top out on or before 29. Those streams coming in under 2 hours. we're already over an hour in, and we're not even done with our first match. So it's kind of dawning on me like, oh yeah, this is how long these go. Pollo with the Prime sub says, Vamos CTM, te quiero mucho. Thank you so much, Pollo. All right, Dog with a, with a situation to clear up. Excuse me. It's actually set up for a dirty Tetris in the left well. 4 rows off the bottom and gets it. 100,000 for Dog. Myles 139. The other downside of the DAS tournament is we never get to the Say the Line song in the DAS tournament, whereas in these tournaments we do make it that far down the playlist. All right, Dog with 21 lines worth of score in 40 lines. So that is summarizing Dog's early game here in game number 5. 175 for Myles. Yeah, both players really struggling with this seed, so must be a bit of a troll job. It's a good reminder, by the way, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you do get a Twitch Prime subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice once a month. It's use it or lose it, and you have to manually do it every month. So don't let it go to waste. Even if you don't use it on us, don't let it go to waste. But, you know, sometimes use it on us. Tetris for Myles, 209. 136 for Dog through 59. Is he going to set up? Yes, he's going to set up column 2. Long bar in for the Tetris, 160. So Myles ahead by about 40,000 points. Neither player with a pace to write home about. Dog with a clean board. Myles gonna get that dirty Tetris 258. And also a reminder, if you're on YouTube, we do have channel memberships. It's a way to support Classic Tetris Monthly if you want to see this whole thing continue. And you want to have, if you want to have it next month, support us this month. That's pretty much how it works. We do have channel memberships. You can also gift channel memberships as well. So those of you who have subscribed, or sorry, become a member or gifted a membership, I want to thank you all for having done that. Someone says, isn't Amazon Prime a Jake Paul thing? No, it is not a Jake Paul thing. Texas 8 with the Prime sub says thanks, says good reminder. Billy Mac Makes with the Prime sub. Thanks, Billy. 8 months. Appreciate that. I've got your coasters that he made me and gave to me in 2023. He's got some good YouTubes that Billy Mac Makes. If you go over to YouTube, he's got a cool cutting board that he made, a Tetris themed cutting board, doing all this kind of woodworking stuff over there. It's very enjoyable, and he's good at it. 402 for Myles, 347 for Dog. Dog with that T placement here. A little odd, but it's kind of making it work. Tetris for Myles, 448. There's a skim and a Tetris for Dog, 397. 470 for Myles. Stay tuned to this channel because we have another matchup coming up between Blue Scooty, the boy who broke Tetris, and Sodium Overdose, the artist formerly known as Baby Green Tea. Not really known as that. Maybe like once or twice somebody called him that. Biggie Cheese says, I would love to commentate these streams. Well, start on, do some community tournaments. We have community tournaments that need restreamers, so start there and build up your resume, and who knows, maybe you'll get the call one day. That's all I have to say about Sodium. Well, I was saying they're different names. That's all. I wasn't saying everything there is to know about Blue Scooty. Nor was I saying everything there is to know about Sodium. $565 for Dog, $644 for Miles the Great. There's a Tetris over for Miles, $699, 100,000 point lead for Miles. Miles looking for that reverse sweep. Dog really wants to avert that. Miles swept Dog in the semifinals of Lone Star Open just this past weekend. I have never heard him called that in 4 years in CTM. Well, you needed to be here for 5 years then. You're just 1 year short. That was a long time ago. Listen, I've been around a long time. I remember things that you all weren't even here for. All right, good adjustment there for Dog to make room for that, whatever that swiggly piece was. Tetris for him. Set up long bar column 9, 776 for Dog. Tetris for Miles, he's actually, Miles 13 lines ahead. And now 6 lines ahead. Now 2 lines ahead, but he's got a lot of pieces on the board, so these are going to come off the board quickly here. Well, maybe not. There's a Tetris anyway. 926 for Miles. See what he's going to do about this thing. He's got gaps here. He's just going to throw a long bar column 10. Take the burns. You know, he's got a lead. He can afford it right now anyway. But really not too big of a lead. It's about, you know, if you take into account the difference, maybe it's a 2 Tetris lead. There's a Tetris Miles. Oh, not a Tetris, a long bar in to get up, set up for a Tetris. And finally, Tetris for Miles, A69 here on 28 at 225. Dog 961. So remember where Dog gets to at 229. Miles has got the 1.1 BO3. So let's try to see where Dog gets to by 229. He's going to have to take a skim here. He's got the Tetris. Miles is in BO8. There's a Tetris for Miles, B47. What does the star mean? It means the number of major titles, both Lone Star and Masters. We might separate that out a little. So Dog is in at A15 or a little less than that. So Miles about 100,000 point difference in transition. Tetris for Miles, CO7. Dog gonna hang that T-piece on the left. Now needs a bar for that right side, and this is not looking good for Dog. And he is gonna top out at A59, and Miles will complete the reverse sweep. Dog is out in round 1. Tough matchup here for Dog and Miles in this round 1. It's a shame that that both of these players can't make it at least into the top 8, but that is how the cookie crumbles. Miles, you are good. So stick around. We've got Sodium and Blue Scooty. GG's. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.